Okay, how does the story start? Go ahead.
Well, it starts with the king throwing the banquet.
Perfect, go ahead.
He invites the officials, the princes, and the attendants.
You guys, 1, 2. She protested because she knew they were all drunk and they were like all, you know, and they like that, yeah. And like she didn't want to come. He wants to show people his wife, and she refuses.
One of his officials tells him to have her kicked out of her kingdom, his kingdom, and have a new queen and a beauty pageant.
So he calls all the wise men he calls the wise men to advise him what he should do, and they tell him to get a new queen. But he's too old.
When Haggai first saw Esther, he saw that she was really pretty, and he quickly gave her her cosmetics. He saw that she was really pretty, and she found favor in him. But not only because she was beautiful, but because when he asked her whatever she wanted, she could have said his whole kingdom, but she only said what Haggai advised her to, and that he saw that she was not selfish, and he decided that this would be a good person to rule my kingdom.
I like that first. Well, it's kind of like I like the whole story because she kind of tries to hide her identity, and then when her people are about to get killed, she kind of like she says who she is, and then like that she doesn't want for people to die. That like she stood up for them.
My favorite part was when Haman got hanged on the gallows that he built for Mordecai, because he shouldn't go against God's people, and he shouldn't get mad at people just because they did something that's not even worth killing them. Well, people get bullied either for their religion or for something else, and you could stand up for them like Esther did for her people, and Mordecai refused, like he stood up for what he believed in. And you could, when people are being laughed at just because of their belief, you could stand up for them, especially if you're Christian, since you have the same belief. I think it would be, don't blame people that have nothing to do with it, or don't get mad at something that's not worth it. To show a good example of someone who just knows what's right, and it doesn't matter what other people do as long as you care for them and you know how to save them. The part that stood out for me the most was that she listened to Mordecai like he was her dad and he was her cousin. Yeah, I think it's a good thing since he adopted her and he took care of her, so I think you have to listen to people who take care of you. I take in that God sends different things to test you and to like help you understand that He wants, or that even if you don't see it like from the beginning, you'll see that it was for your own good when it happens.
My favorite part is when Esther like tells the king at the banquet about Haman and his plot against the Jews. She might have been scared, but she still did it. Well, you can have courage and like to stand up for people, and like you can risk your life for God, but to like pray and fast for her. I think that's kind of smart because like God helps at times whenever help is needed, especially like she's risking her life for her Christian people. And God's gonna like that.
I would go there because I don't think it's like really gonna hurt me, like, but she didn't like, that was like a 50-50 chance, you know. You wouldn't like, she didn't know for sure, you know. She can be all like, oh, these are my people, but if she wasn't a Jew, it would be like, why am I helping them?
So there's a girl, Esther, that was picked by the king to be queen, and she ended up saving her nation from that person. I don't really have a favorite part. It's the whole thing is my favorite part. I like about Esther that she listened to God and she listened to her cousin. She did everything he said. She saved her nation. God is he does everything for us, and all the situations we go through is all for a purpose. The story ends that so Mordecai takes Haman's place and he gets the signet ring from the king and the Haman's house, and I think that's a good ending. That's like a happy ending. Everything you do, you either get a consequence like Haman or you get a reward like Mordecai.